What is up, everyone? Circon here. This is day 14. It's Monday. It's a new week, and they are selling the S1 on the calendar today. If you're gonna buy it with gold, let's see how much it is. There, it's gonna be 10,100. Quite a lot, actually, considering the previous tier 8 prices that we've seen. And if you're gonna buy it from the premium store, it's gonna look like this, at least for me, right? Oh, let me adjust that real quick. There we go. So it's gonna be 30 bucks or 31 pretty much for me here. Now this might change on depending on where you live. And the big boy package is the 52 bucks. So what do you get? Well, you get the STRV S1, which is the the somewhat infamous siege tank EDs from Sweden. So yeah, this is not the whole picture. There's obviously also siege mode, and this armor model is also wonky AF. If you this thing basically bounces, let's see, the S tank was these bounce 90, like, so 88s and lower is what this bounces frontally, I believe, due to the extreme angling of it. Do keep in mind though that your cupola is like ultra weak, so weak that you can actually get a cheat in it. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, the whole shtick, of course, is that these things have good camo, siege modes, and you can move whilst in siege mode and still use your binos slash camo net if you were so inclined. But the secret sauce is actually to use turbocharger, and I'll show you why. So these things, once you go in siege mode, is 8 top speed and reverse speed, so backwards and forwards. This allows you to actually, shoot the gun. And the secret sauce would be to put in a turbocharger, because the turbocharger actually helps you in siege mode, bringing your 8 forward and 8 backwards all the way up to 12 forwards and 10 backwards. Now that doesn't seem like a lot until you actually play it. When you and you'll see, and if you already have one and you're looking at this like, why is he putting a turbo on the what? Try it for a couple of games in siege mode, and you'll see that it makes the tank play way more smoother. Trust me on this. This is like the secret sauce, okay? Now the rest of my equipment is kind of depending on how much of this equipment you have that you can put away. You could just use binos if you wanted to, because I said in siege mode it works. I'm actually running it with optics, food, and a really good crew, which allows me to get to 445 view range, whilst even on the move. And combined with the camo that this thing gets, which is 31 on the move and 50 stationary with this setup, you can obviously go way up with this if you use a camo net and binos and no rammer, or if you don't want to use the turbo, you can use the rammer there. But honestly, for the way I like to play, which is way more aggressive than you probably should be with Swedish TDs, I think this is a really good setup as well, or a really cool setup to at least try. You could just fall back to binos, gun rammer, and a camo net to play ultra safe. But please do try the turbo, and let me know in the next video, on tomorrow's video, see how much you liked it or not. Maybe you hate it, who knows. So this is a fully kitted out S-Tank, and this will leave you with 2900 DPM. This could also be further increased with using ventilation, for example. That's pretty healthy. It is only a 390 gun, and I say only because at tier 8 there's already a lot of things that can slap a lot harder as TDs, but it is what it is. The base range is also abysmal at 350, that's why it needs a lot of help. But yeah, with the turbocharger, it's kind of interesting. I personally could never recommend buying this tank, because I truly think, and I know this goes a bit into the grain of the positive video, but I truly don't think S-Tanks are that fun to play or to play against, and I generally advise against buying it, because I think a lot of people, especially if you haven't played the tech tree versions yet, if you haven't played the UDES or the tier 9 and 10 that come after it, you have no idea what you're getting into. I think a lot of people would hate it. Absolutely hate it. It's a super different mechanic that's only found in these tanks, and I think a lot of people will just not like it. But I just don't like these things in my games at all. I don't like them in my team because they basically only really work on defense because that's what they're built for, like in real life, right? These are made for defense, and it's really clear while playing World of Tanks as well that they're made for defense, which basically means that they don't really start working until you start losing, which is not the way I like to play. Okay, and fighting against them is also really annoying because of their super high camo. They often use the camo nets as well to make it even more extreme, and it's really hard to find them. On some maps, it's damn near impossible to get to them. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of Swedish CDs at all. I understand the historical significance of them and all that stuff, and I know it's a bit of a controversial opinion, but I really would much rather have Riddle things without these things. But hey, that's just me. If you like it, that's completely fair. You know, we don't have to be enemies. It's all good. If you like them, completely fair. Just giving you my honest opinion on this, and giving you a little tip of the turbocharger as well. You might want to try that out. But that's going to do it for me today. I'll be back tomorrow with day 15 on Tuesday. See what they have for us then. Hopefully something new. Where are the new tanks, boys? Where are they? Anyway, peace out. Take care.